Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello guys, our thanks with you. Today inshallah we are going to discuss and revise all the present tenses. Let's have practice. Read the text in front of you and try to answer. Stop the video and read the text and try to answer with a pencil. Present tenses. Put the verbs in brackets into the correct present tense. I space between two brackets have an extremely rewarding job as a medical researcher. Very good. I have an extremely rewarding job as a medical researcher. It's a permanent state. Very good. I space work for a research institute for 8 years, and every day my colleagues and I space different experiments in order to create new medicines that will help people who space from chronic illnesses. Very good. I have been working. An action that started in the past and still continues up to the present, so we use the present perfect continuous. Have been or have been, has been, plus verb plus ing. I've been working for a research institute for 8 years, and here we give emphasis on duration, which is 8 years. And every day my colleagues and I, very good, it's a present simple, conduct different experiments in order to create new medicines that will help people who suffer from chronic illnesses. My day space at 8. It's my daily routine. Very good. So use the present simple tense here. Good. So my day starts, but never forget to make what we call subject verb agreement. My day starts at 8 a.m. and sometimes I till. Don't forget this word till. I don't go home till late at night. My work also includes attending conferences and lectures where I get the latest information in my field. Science space very fast. We have the word evolve. Good, excellent. Science is evolving. Uncontrollable actions or situations, so we use here present continuous, progressive, developing situations that we cannot control, so we use present continuous. That's right. Science is evolving very fast these days, so it's important for me to stay informed. One downside of my job is that it space me too busy. Good. It keeps me too busy. I space not have a proper holiday with my family for over 2 years. Very good. I haven't had. It's a present perfect. I haven't had a proper holiday with my family for over 2 years, and I don't spend as much time with my 2 sons as I'd like. So I space just inform my supervisor that since my colleagues and I space not work on anything urgent at present, I take a 10-day break. Good. Let's go back and answer. So very good. I have just informed an action that has just finished. I've just informed my supervisor that since my colleagues and I, very good, are not working on anything urgent at present. I'm taking a 10-day break. It's something fixed with the supervisor. A fixed arrangement with the supervisor. So we use the present continuous here. Very good. To express future. Yes, good. A 10-day break. Look at the word day without s. It became an adjective, a compound adjective here for the noun break. Starting tomorrow, I space tell my family about it and they are thrilled. Good, I have already told my family about it and they are thrilled. My kids pack their bags for our holiday as we speak. As we speak. Pay attention. Good. Are packing. An action that's happening right now. Okay? Good. Let's move to another item. Match the tenses 1 to 14 to their uses. I have an extremely rewarding job as a medical researcher. I have an extremely rewarding job as a medical researcher. Great. It's a permanent state. So we use the present symbol here. That's good. Number 2. I have been working for a research institute for 8 years and every day my colleagues and I conduct different experiments in order to create new medicine that will help people who suffer from chronic illnesses. Very good. Have been working is what? Is present perfect continuous. That's right. So the answer is emphasis on the duration of an action which started in the past and continues up to the present. So we use the present perfect continuous here. That's right. Let's move to number 3. My colleagues and I conduct. Good conduct here. Why did we use the present symbol here? Because it's daily routine. We conduct different experiments in order to create new medicine. That's right. That will help people who suffer. Why did we use present symbol here? Excellent. Because it's a permanent state also. Yes. My dad starts work at 8. My day starts at 8. That's right. Good. It's daily routine. So we use the present symbol. Okay. I don't go home till late at night. Why did we use the present symbol here? Good. It's daily routine also. Very good. Number 7. Science is evolving. Why did we use the present continuous here? Good. It's changing or developing situations. That's right. So we use the present continuous here. Let's move to number 8. One downside of my job is that it keeps. Why did we use the present symbol here? Excellent, because it's a permanent state. Very good. I haven't had a proper holiday. Why did we use the present perfect here? Good. Excellent. It's past actions which have a visible result in the present. For example, I entered your class and you can see that I'm limping. You know I can't walk properly. So you ask me, what happened, mister? What happened to you? I answer saying, I broke my leg or I have broken my leg. Excellent, I have broken my leg because you can see that my leg is broken and I can't walk properly. I'm limping. So we say, I have broken my leg. Why? Because it's an action that happened in the past and had a visible result in the present. That's right. So we use the present perfect here. Great. That's great. Let's move to number 10. I have just informed my supervisors. Why did we use the present perfect here? Excellent. Excellent. Recently completed actions. Action that has just finished. Recently completed actions. That's right. For now, in number 11, my colleagues and I are not working. Why do we use the present continuous here? Actions happening around the time of speaking. An action that's happening these days. A temporary action. It's not permanent state. That's correct. Number 12. I'm taking a 10-day break. Why did we use the present continuous here? Very good. Fixed arrangements in the near future. I have arranged everything with my supervisor to take a 10-day break. It's fixed arrangements. We use the present continuous tense to express future. That's right. Number 13. I have already told my family about it. I have already told. Why did we use the present perfect here? Very good. Excellent. It's past actions which have a visible result in the present. Last one. My kids are packing their bags. Very good. Actions happening at the moment of speaking. Let's move to another item. Choose the correct verb form. Justify your answer. Justify your answer means tell me why did you choose this one. Check in the grammar reference section. Number 1. Peter works or is working as a waiter in a restaurant. Your answer is good. Wax. Peter works. It's what we call permanent state. Good, thank you. Number 2. The train leaves or is leaving at 7 o'clock. Great. Leaves. Why? It's timetable. Very good. Or schedule as they call in Britain. So the train leaves at 7 o'clock. It's timetable, and then we use the present simple tense. Number 3, more and more people are recycling or recycle these days. The word these days expresses that it's a temporary action that's happening these days. So your answer is are recycling. Very good. Very good. It's changing situations. And number 4, you are always forgetting or always forget to lock the door. Remember when we had this while explaining the present continuous tense, and we said that the word always can come in the present continuous, the present progressive tense to express annoyance. Okay? Yes. Excellent. You are always forgetting to lock the door, of course your father says. So, justification is annoyance. We use the word always in the present continuous tense to express annoyance. Never forget that. Number 5. I'm thinking of looking for a new job. Great. I'm considering. The word think when it means believe is a stative word, so we don't put it in the continuous form. But here it means considering. So it can be put in the continuous form. Very good. Very good. So it's been considering. So it takes ing. Never forget that. Number 6. She takes or is taking Spanish lesson this summer. Is it permanent state or temporary action? Good. Excellent. It's temporary action. So we use the present continuous tense. Also, it can be fixed arrangement for near future. Yes, that's right. So here we use is taking. Number 7. John looks or is looking nice in his suit. Great. John looks nice. Why? Yes, looks here means seems. So it's a stative verb. When look means seems, it doesn't take ing. So it's a stative verb. Okay? Number 8. Tina is or has been a teacher for 10 years. Great. It's a present perfect. She started to be a teacher 10 years ago, and she's still a teacher. Yes. An action started in the past, continuing up to now. Thank you. Number 9. They move or have moved to a bigger house. Great. They have moved. Why? Unstated time. Unstated time. Very good. when you come to talk about a life experience that you have experienced it in your life, as long as you didn't mention the time of the action, you with the present perfect. Thank you. Number 10, his clothes are dirty. Look, you can see that his clothes are dirty. He is working, or he has been working in the garden all morning. An action that started in the past and still continues up to the present, or an action that started in the past and has a visible result on the present. So we can use the present perfect continuous past action which has visible result in the present. Here the emphasis is on the duration in the present perfect tense, and this is the only difference between the present perfect and the present perfect tense, is that the present perfect continuous gives emphasis on duration. Thank you. She has been running around all day. She's exhausted. Excellent. Has been running. Emphasis on duration for an action which started in the past and continues up to the present. They have been leaving for Los Angeles. Great. They have left. Why? A past experience. An experience that we didn't mention here the time, or unstated time in the past. Okay, let's move to another item. Identify the tenses in bold. Future simple, be going to. Present continuous, PS. Future continuous, FC. Present continuous, PC. Future continuous, FC. Future perfect, FP. Future perfect continuous, FPC. These are abbreviations, okay? I think I'll apply for a job. What is the tense here? Good. It's a future symbol. Will past system verb. Infinitive here. Thank you. Now that we have the money, we are going to move to a bigger flat. We're going to move. Now that means because. Now that, or since we have the money, we are going to move. We are going to move. To be, going to infinitive. Very good. It's present. It's be going to. It's be going to. Be going to. Future was going to. 3. It's cold. I'll close the window. Future symbol. Good. So the answer is future symbol. Look out. You are going to fall down. Future was going to. Yes. It's going to future. BGT. That's right. BGT. Be going to. It's abbreviation for be going to. This time next month, we will be flying to Rome. An action that will be in progress, a specific time in the future. Very good. It's future continuous. For example, when you tell me that, Mr. Islam, please, I'll drop by you tomorrow. We are going shopping, okay? You agree? Oh, at what? You tell me at 5 o'clock. No, at 5, I'll be watching the match. I'll be watching the match. I'll be watching the match. An action that will be in progress in the future. Okay? Thank you. Number 5. This time next month, we'll be flying to Rome. Future continuous, as we said. 6. He will have worked here for 10 years by the end of May. By the end of May. It's a future perfect. Good. Future perfect. Will have worked. Will have BB. Future perfect. An action that will be finished. An action that will finish before a stated time in the future. He will have worked here for 10 years by the end of May. Before the end of May, he will have worked here. An action that will have finished before this time. Number 7. By next month, he will have been living here for 10 years. Excellent. Future perfect continuous. Let's move to another item. Put the verbs in brackets into the correct future form. We take the 4 o'clock train to New York tomorrow. We take the 4 o'clock train to New York tomorrow. Good. We are taking. It's a fixed arrangement. Thank you. This time tomorrow, they in the Lake District. An action that will be in progress in the future. Excellent. Will be hiking. Future continuous. Thank you. Jeff leave by the time we reach the hotel. Excellent. Will have left. The action will finish before this time. Yes, Jeff will have left by the time we reach the hotel. They space finish by Friday. Very good. They will have finished by Friday. The action will be finished before Friday. By March, they space work here for 2 years. Excellent. By March, they will have been working. An action that will be in progress in the future. Liam space the report by noon. Will have time by noon. Very good. The action will be finished, yes, before noon. It's 7 o'clock. Jim at the cinema by now. Good. Will have arrived. Yes, it's a future perfect. He is running very fast. He's running very fast. The race. Excellent. And an action here, he is running very fast. Prediction on what we see or know. So we use going to. If I say he is very fast only, if I drop the word he is running, we said he is very fast. Here we will use well, because personal characteristics is not an evidence. So he's running very fast here, it's an evidence. Prediction on what we see or know. So he is going to future, is going to win the race. We a party at the weekend. Excellent. We are going to have a party at the weekend. We have planned everything. We have decided. We have planned. We have decided, yes. I wonder if he space to me again. Very good. I wonder if he will talk to me again. That's right. Complete the sentences. This time next week I will be. This time next week. An action that will be in progress in the future. Excellent.
This time next week I'll be travelling to Paris. This time next week I'll be travelling to Paris.
Very good. Number 2. By the end of this month, I will have.
By the end of this month, I'll have saved enough money to buy a PC.
By the end of this month, I'll have saved enough money to buy a PC. Very good. An action that will have finished before state time. This weekend.
This weekend, I'm going camping with my friends.
This weekend, I'm going camping with my friends. Fixed arrangement.
I don't think I will go to the cinema tonight. I don't think I will go to the cinema tonight.
I don't think I'll go to the cinema tonight.
It's very hot. I will open the window.
It's very hot. I'll open the window. Spot decision. An action that will. It's a quick decision or a spot decision. For example, my telephone is ringing. I will answer.